It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From FedEx Forum, just off Beale Street in downtown Memphis. Tonight, it's the Memphis Grizzlies getting set to match up with the Toronto Raptors. Won by the Toronto Raptors. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Rises for the slam.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
It's Grizzlies ball. To Jackson. Surveys the floor. Deep left corner. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Lowry. Stuffs it down with authority.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Lowry, defended by Jackson. To Rodney Hood. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Rodney Hood. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7.
I like that.
Grizzlies own the basketball. Jaren Jackson to Jackson. To Jaren Jackson.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Fires the three. His first effort off the mark. Lowry into the front court. His team up by 7. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Murray into the front court. Looking to make something happen to Rodney Hood. Gets a look, can't hit. Lowry into the front court. The lead stands at 9. Got it.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Now the Grizzlies will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. to Jackson. Oh, ferocious slam inside. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Murray with the basketball. Down 11. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Everybody pick up. Dia.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
The free throw is good. Finishing off the three-point play. The lead grows to 12. Jones with it. He'll run the offense.
Ball.
To Wade. Easy path to the rim.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
I got ball.
Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Oubre. Nice finish at the rim.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
And counted at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Kelly Oubre.
Ball going up. Shot. Box it.
That's no good. Gasol, the drive, right to the basket, and throws it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
To Wade. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Like the confidence, but a tough shot for Dwayne Wade. Lowry, defended by Jones. Throws it down. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
To Valanciunas. Taken by the Raptors. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming. But it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Get back.
To Wade. Dwayne Wade. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
It's going to be a long road back, I'm not going to lie to you. But it's only the first quarter, and that's exactly what you needed. You needed to see the ball go in a couple of times.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Valanciunas to McConnell. Goes to the right side. McConnell to Kelly Oubre. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. Fires the 3. Even that shot was tough for Oubre. No good. Slam dunk. They cannot be stopped right now.
Sometimes your opponent is not even in the game from the start. That's the way you run the floor, and you put the pressure on them right away in the first quarter.
Marc Gasol pins it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Dwayne Wade. Dario Saric snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Oubre to McConnell. From long range. Off the iron. No good. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle. The pass set it all up. That ends the first quarter. The Raptors enjoying a sizable lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Memphis with the rock. To Valanciunas. To Jackson. Jamal Murray. Saric with the board. Livingston across the timeline. Minute gone by in this second quarter. To Gasol. Marc Gasol. He's 2 for 2 now.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Murray into the front court. Down a bundle.
Screen right, screen right, screen right.
To McConnell. Here comes the screen. McConnell. To Jackson. Has a look. The shot by Murray, no good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Livingston. Spinning shot. Won't fall. to Jaren Jackson. Great look and vision. Dwayne Wade. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Got him. Good trap, good trap.
To Gasol. Steps through and scores.
There is no recovery, Ed, in particular if the defender does not stay on balance.
Murray with it. His guys down big to Rodney Hood.
Hey, y'all gonna have to send some help over here.
Jaren Jackson. Screen coming.
Watch your back, watch your back, watch your back.
Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, short.
I got your help here.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Lays it up and in.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Here comes the screen. Hood to Jackson. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prime City.
And the nice finish at the rim.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
To Wade. Can't miss those.
Something better than that, baby. It's game time.
My ball.
It's a big finish. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
I got ball, I got ball. I got some
To
ball.
Rodney Hood. Curling inside. Pascal Siakam with the block. That'll get out off the Raptors. Wade. Five on the shot clock for Memphis. 4-3. Had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Murray into the front court. Under a minute to go before halftime.
Pick coming left, 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 left.
Lets it fly from long range. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good.
Hey, this is my man right here. Y'all get yours. I got ball, I got ball.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Grizzlies at the controls right now. To Jackson.
I got him. I got ball. I got ball.
Jaren Jackson to Wade.
Oh, yeah, we switching.
Dwayne Wade. He's now 4 for 6.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
Get the ball, get the ball.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Huh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Dario Saric trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 82%. Free throw's good. It's a three-point play. This big first half continues. From the painted area, won't go down. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raptors didn't hold back in that opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Toronto Raptors. The Grizzlies did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they've got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. These are the guys getting buckets for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game track. Blocks.
The Toronto Raptors came to play today, and the opposition knows it. All these blocks are more than just rejections. They're statements.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Murray with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To Jackson. Driving right to the basket. Pascal Siakam with a piece.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Murray into the front court. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen.
You gotta work around the screen. You killing me.
Hood to Valanciunas. Gasol with the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Valanciunas. To Rodney Hood. Short jumper off the mark. And the basket put at the rim.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to lead the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Gasol swats it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Valanciunas. Nice pass to get things going.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. And count the basket.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Rodney Hood.
I told you the screen was coming.
Rodney Hood above the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Lowry with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Jaren Jackson. Five on the shot clock. Here's a chance from long range. He is yet to hit one tonight. No good.
Hey, switch, I got him.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw good to cap off the 3-point play as they continue to open things up here in the 3rd quarter. Whistle and a timeout for Memphis as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this 3rd quarter. Tyus Jones matched up with Livingston.
Big kick right there.
Marc Gasol. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Oubre. To Rodney Hood. Down to 5 on the 24. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
Cleans it up. And a chance coming up at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Misses the first. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. To Sean Livingston. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
To Kelly Oubre. To Valanciunas. Short jumper misses. Can slam it down. Marc Gasol. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
To Kelly Oubre. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. Shot misses for Wade. Livingston to bring it up. His guys holding the big lead. Throws it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
8 seconds. It's going the other way. Substitution being made in this one. Livingston. Stuffs it down with authority.
Huh, what a move. But the move never should have happened in the first place, especially if there's communication from the help side defender. You have to let that guy know which way he can force him defensively to where there's help.
Oubre. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
Ooh, is there a medic in the house? You need to get those ankles retaped ASAP.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Murray with it. His guys can get a 2 for 1 if they time this out. To Valanciunas. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
To Kelly Oubre. From the painted area, won't go down. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Shot from the lane won't go. That misses with a second to go. 3 quarters down. It's been all Raptors. Ball as we get going here in the to Wade. Dwayne Wade. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Old school equals high percentage.
The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Can't connect from inside. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative. Because right now, the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Screen coming to Kelly Oubre. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Kelly Oubre at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Free throw good, so they get the 3-point play. But it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. To Gasol. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
To Jackson. Jonas Valanciunas, 3 for 6 now.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Memphis, they've got it. To Jackson. Dwayne Wade. Valanciunas. Shot from in close, no good.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
To Kelly Oubre. Nothing going here on that drive. Oubre goes to the right side, going to launch, beyond the arc, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Cashes in for 2.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Jones with it. His guys down big. Screen coming. Wade to Kelly Oubre. Haskell.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Josh Jackson. To Wade. For 3. And it's Gasol with the rebound.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, But when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
It's Grizzlies ball. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Joe Harris trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Oh, he can't connect. Deep three at the buzzer. Hits the late three at the buzzer, but it's not going to be enough. This game is all over. It's the Raptors with the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log .com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Taylor Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors won this matchup with a significant margin. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Toronto Raptors. The Grizzlies lost this game.
Player of the game.
If you asked him, I'm sure he'd give the credit to his teammate and coaches. But at the end of the day, we know that he's the one that made the biggest impact on this game.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.